Hello, my name is Stacy Kennedy and I'd like to introduce you to my collection of Math ACT review material. My material is integrated into a highly customized version of Anki software to make your review time much more productive. In this first lesson, I'll give you an overview of the user interface and show you some of my main features, such as tagging and searching for tags. When you open my software, you'll see one master folder named Advanced Math Solutions Deck and 5 subfolders. If you have used an earlier version of my software, let me show you several key improvements. First, the zoom level of the display can now be adjusted to fit different monitor resolutions. This means teachers will now be able to easily size the display. It also means that students with HD external monitors or gaming laptops can really take advantage of the higher resolution monitors. To zoom in and out, just hold the Control key and scroll with your mouse to get the desired resolution. So again, just hold your Control key down and scroll with your mouse plus and minus to zoom in and out. Now let's take a look at the subfolders. If you hover your mouse over folder 3, we can see that it contains 526 test problems. Folders can be expanded by selecting the plus key beside them. As Student Review Folder 2 is expanded, we can see that the folder contains 5 blue search decks and 1 test 26. The student folder is where we will be doing the majority of our work. If we select test 26 by clicking on it, it will take us to our deck browser. We'll hit study now. Okay, now we see problem 24. You can notice at the top it's tagged test 26, problem 24. Once we look at the problem, we hit the space bar to show the solution. Okay, now when we look at this solution, we've got the correct answer. Answer is K. We can also look at the show details solution. This is very important because if we don't know how to work the problem, we really want to see how to work the problem. We also can tag the problem. Okay, we've got hotkeys. If we hit N, that will tag it need to resolve. If I didn't know how to work the problem, I need to tag it need to resolve. To go to my next problem, I just hit the space bar. Test 26, problem 28. We read this problem. Hit the space bar. The correct answer is J. Notice that it took 6.8 seconds for me to hit the space bar. It's going to actually time every problem for us. Now we also can tag this problem. We'll tag it as easy. So I just hit E on the keyboard and it will tag it as easy. How do we get out of the test? Okay, we'll hit the browser, go to deck browser button in the top left corner. We come back out. Now we tagged one as easy. Let's hit search easy. Let's hit rebuild. Okay. And it's going to take us to that particular problem. Let me go back out to deck browser. The one that we had need to resolve on. Let's click need to resolve. Hit rebuild. And there's the need to resolve problem. Now we can go back to the deck browser. Okay, let's do a review of what we've seen so far. First thing, the display can be zoomed to fit our screen just by holding the Control key down and rolling our mouse plus or minus. Second things, the folders can be expanded just by hitting the plus key or the minus key. Third thing, the student review folder, that's really our cornerstone. That's where we're going to do all our work at. That's where we're going to do all our reviews at. That's where we're going to do all our tagging at. Okay, the fourth thing is every time we do a problem, each problem is going to tell us the correct answer. It's going to tell us the time it took us to answer the problem. It's also going to offer us a detailed solution. Okay, the fifth point here is that each problem is pre-tagged by topic. Topics such as series sequence, reading graphs and charts, quadratic equation, trig 90 degree. Every problem is predefined topics. The sixth item is the student should use the tag hotkeys on the keyboard to tag each problem and tag them as hard, good, easy, need to resolve, or resolve. This is real important because no one knows what the student thinks about it. One student may think the problem's easy, another student may think it's hard. Another student has no clue and he'd have to hit need to resolve to identify that problem as one that he doesn't know how to do and one that we need to resolve. Once a student has resolved a problem, then they can change it from a need to resolve to a resolve. Okay, the seventh item is when we're working with problems, how do we move between one problem and another problem? We just hit the space bar. When we hit the space bar, we can see the answer. Okay, it tells us the correct answer. We can do the detailed solution. Next thing we're going to do is hit the space bar again, and it's going to take us to the next problem. Okay, the eighth item here is that once problems have been tagged by the student, They can easily be searched and sorted with pre-built folders. The blue search folders, under the student review folder, we have the student review folder searches for tags easy and good, hard, need to resolve, and resolved. These are already set up. The only thing we have to do is once we go into them, we have to hit rebuild, and that will pull all the tests as we get more and more tests in the student review folder. So we have 5 of them. As we work these tests and we tag all our problems, we can essentially search or pull out the problems that are all easy out of the 5 tests and pull them into this one little review deck. Okay. Now the real benefit here is that we're going to use the need to resolve ones. So hopefully we do one test, we find 20 need to resolve problems. Do another test, we find 15 need to resolves. Do another test, we find 10 more. Okay, when we come here in the student review folder, we hit need to resolve, and that's going to pull all of those problems that we got need to resolve issues with into one spot. We can work on them, get them resolved, change the tag over to resolved. Now just imagine how great it would be after you've worked 2 weeks and you've done a lot of work. You can pull up the resolve folder, hit rebuild, and see that, hey, I've got 30 problems now I can work that I couldn't when I started. And that's a real benefit. That's what's going to generate taking a kid from a 20 score to a 25 to a 30 to a 34 is actually resolving the problems. And that's doing it in this way. It's very organized, and it gives a very structured approach to resolving our weaknesses.